Hey everyone, and welcome back to another round of Mom Q&A with Mama's Uncut, where we answer your anonymous questions and give you the best advice we possibly can about parenting, motherhood, or relationships. Again, we have Lisa and Mindy. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
You ready to get started? My boyfriend and I have been together for years, and he always paid for most of the bills and myself a small percentage. After I had our daughter, I started my own business, and now I make way more than he does, and it's continually growing. Now we pay 50-50 on everything, and I have paid more on most occasion. The thing is that it bothers me that I am still in charge of the household chores and taking care of the baby. And I feel uncomfortable with the way our relationship dynamic is. I've always wanted my partner to be equal or higher up financially because I believe the man should cover more of the bills just because the woman is naturally better at things he can't do, i.e., cleaning, laundry, taking care of the baby. I understand that there are relationships that are not the traditional dynamic, and I totally appreciate that. But I do believe there needs to be a balance in the dynamic, not everything on one person. I've tried to encourage him to make more money, which he says he will, or help me more with the house and baby, but that didn't work out. I do love him, and he is a loving partner and father, but I don't see this working in the long run. Thoughts?
Lisa's faces need to be explained.
Well, if you're doing that well, it's time to get some help,
Yep.
right? First and foremost, because it sounds like you can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
In no world should you be responsible personally for all the stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're doing well, which it sounds like you are, and congratulations on that, because it's hard to build a company, allocate some budget and maybe even run it through the company as an employee or whatever. There's lots of ways to do this in a tax efficient manner where you get yourself some help. The husband is unlikely to change and do more work. Fine. In my own marriage, there were times when I made a lot more money. There were times when he made a lot more money. That kind of stuff just ebbs and flows. And that's part of being in a partnership, and that's part of being in a relationship. Be grateful though that you guys are doing better and or well. So and enjoy it, right? What we did not do in my own marriage was exactly that, and it cost us a lot in many ways. And so I would just say, it sounds like you can afford the help. Get it, and wipe that problem off the table in terms of you being saddled with all the work. Because that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's totally valid. That's my initial thought too. I'm like, why isn't she hiring somebody to come clean her house if she's doing well? And the thing is, I kind of had issue with a little bit of the way she was phrasing things, like the way she said, what's my future looking like with this? And it seems like she's kind of questioning what's going on because she is making more money, which I think is a little bit backwards. I don't think that I think she maybe needs to, if she wants her husband, or no, boyfriend, right? They've just been together a while.
Boyfriend.
If she wants her boyfriend to help with chores and for them to be equal in that way, I think it's also backwards for her to expect him to earn more money.
Yeah.
I think that's unfair for him, for her to be saying, you need to earn more money so that you're making more money than me. I think that's unfair. If he's in a career he enjoys, and it sounds like he's working, it doesn't sound like he's a bum. It sounds like he's working and he's, doing okay there. That's great. I don't think that she needs to have those expectations on him. That seems really backwards. I think she kind of needs to flip it on its head and say, all right, we can solve the cleaning problem really easily. We can solve that. And expecting him and feeling angry at him for not contributing, that's solved by that. And she also needs to flip it on its head and say, if I'm not expecting him to clean, I also don't need to expect him to make more money at his job to be equal with me. Because she said equal partnership. Yeah. It doesn't have to be exactly equal, or husband making more or wife making more.
Yeah.
It's just a partnership.
Yeah, totally agree.
It's also an interesting demand too, because you're not always in charge of how much money you make. If I could be like, hey, I'm going to make more money today.
Hey, it
Here
is
we go.
done.
It's worth $500,000. Okay,
I
fine.
know. Boom.
Yeah, totally.
It's
So
done. Your
yeah, it's just an interesting demand there. And I think just choose different ways to allocate your money. Maybe continue with how things were if he was paying most of the bills, and then your money goes towards getting a nanny, getting someone to clean your home, and then you kind of still have that balance there. You're paying for different things, everything's being paid for, your money's going through something, and now you, even though you're running a business, you still have time for yourself now because you're not worried about household things.
Yeah, you're not stressed. Just take it off the table.
Yeah.
So simple.
Yeah, so I definitely don't think it's something that you need, if you love him and he's a great father, like you don't want to, mess that up over something as simple. Money's not simple, but something that, based off this question, it looks like you can figure out.
Yes.
All right, thanks guys. Don't forget to send in your anonymous questions.